Good morning, I'm Lark, and I'm in Wisconsin, Zone 5, and I'd like to show you my veggie bog garden. These are some plants that are down in the bog area that I use for attracting bees and beneficial insect. This one here is firecracker loosestrife, a native. And then I had some daylilies here, black-eyed Susans, phlox, white and pink, some more native of a brown-eyed Susan, hundreds of flowers down here of these. And then the great blue lobelia, all attracting beneficial insects and birds. Queen Anne's lace, bringing up the minerals way down deep in the soil. Just something to make the garden look a little prettier down here and also attracts beneficial insects. I plant in pots. This here is a big beef. It's an experiment of sinking the pot in the bog because the bog is always moist. I'm thinking it's wicking from the bog. I do not water this area. And it's doing okay. Not real healthy, but it doesn't have black spot or get fungus, and the basil doesn't look so good in here. It looks better up in the west garden. Malabar spinach never amounted to anything. So I will grow that next year down or up in the west veggie garden in the regular. I thought it liked the bog and it could climb up these saplings. Spinach, nope, not spinach, celery. Growing it for the first time, so I don't know if it's doing good or not. The leaves taste like celery, and it looks like it's starting to get stalks. An experiment. Over on this side with the cattle fencing or hog fencing, I have Japanese giant mustard going to seed. I want to save the seed. And I have some growing up in the other garden to eat later, probably in a couple weeks. More celery, yard-long beans, doing good, doing very good. They're just coming now. My other beans I've been eating are Blue Lake and Kentucky Wonder. So now these are starting to kick in. And lettuces, another succession planting of lettuces. This one here is one of my favorite, Refugio. R-E-F-U-G-I-O. Pretty. And full of antioxidants. But that's how the beans hang. In about 2 weeks, this will be solid leaves. Because on the other side, we have cucumbers. We have Market More, Soyo, and Telegraph. The bottom planting is radishes. I wasn't growing radishes too good up on top in the west garden, so I tried it down where it's moist, hoping it works better. This is a milkweed, a wild milkweed, that grows in this bog area and attracts the pollinating insects. Few cucumbers. I mean, these are really tiny plants right now. Few cucumbers started. I do have yellow spot. Maybe from the insects in the ground here. I haven't seen cucumber beetle yet, but it's producing cucumbers. So here is my part of my comfrey and peppermint. And I put comfrey down here because of the bog being moist, and they said comfrey likes it, and that's a small clump, and she's doing really good. In this pot here, I have Celebrity. They said it's supposed to grow well in a pot, and it's doing good. This basil's doing much better. In these pots, before I sunk them in the ground, I put in unfinished compost on the bottom, or partially finished. And then I put a mixture of soil, topsoil, finished compost, azomite, kelp meal in all these pots, and fertilized with C90 for a while And now they just kind of are wicking from the bog. That was a zucchini. The squash vine borer hit my zucchini and pumpkin before I knew it. I was watching for it, didn't see them. Looked at the stem, but only on the top. Here the squash vine borer entered from the bottom of the stem that was on the soil, and it got in, and oh, yucky. I tried saving a couple, but I didn't do too good of a job. Next time I'll know what to do. Lettuce planted in my old fire pit that rusted out. So we added some more holes, put bird netting on so the birds in the beginning don't peck my lettuces out. They're pretty red again. And then there's a red, a different red, I forget the name of that one. But all really sweet tasting. Even with the heat now, it's doing well. Zucchini on its way out, I do believe. We'll see. Time will tell. Another pot. There's soyo in there, telegraph, and a market more. So glad that the bees like it down here. Really good. I put in a few hoops here that will help the cucumber, because it's at the top almost, and then it'll fall over and then cling to these PVC pipe, plastic PVCs I stuck in the bog, and then it can crawl on here and then go over to the fence if need be. But again, the leaves don't look as healthy as up in the regular garden. I don't know if I'll sink the pots next year. I keep some thyme down here to attract more insects. This is the pumpkin that's on its way out, I do believe. The one pumpkin here is doing okay. This is Rockstar, and it does have a pumpkin on it. So I'm hoping that I buried some more of the stem so it maybe will make it. I put some dill in here, again attracting more beneficial insects. So this is my bog garden, and it's an experiment. I learned something about the squash vine borer and how to do surgery, so next year I'm going to look earlier for the borer itself. I didn't see that black and orange bug. And then I'm also going to plant later, because some of you had suggested to plant zucchini or any of those the pumpkin, later in June. And I planted too early, and then the squash vine borer gets it. So maybe if I plant in late June, I'll still have enough time to get harvest out of some pumpkins. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for tuning into my channel, and come visit me at LARK'sperennials.com and join in on my forum. Bye-bye for now.